The beginning. Marco Airosa, born on March 10, 1984, in São João Nepomuceno, Brazil, is a retired Brazilian professional football player, known for his versatility on the field and exceptional football intelligence. Airosa's early life revolved around football, which was deeply ingrained in Brazilian culture. From a young age, Marco showed a natural aptitude for the sport, which led him to the youth ranks of several local clubs in his hometown. His skills quickly garnered attention, and it wasn't long before he joined the youth setup at Atlético Mineiro, one of Brazil's premier football clubs. At Atlético Mineiro, Marco was able to hone his abilities, playing in a variety of positions, though his greatest strength came as a midfielder. His balance, vision, and ability to control the pace of a game set him apart from his peers, leading to a steady rise through the ranks. By the time he reached his teenage years, Marco Airosa was already regarded as one of the most promising talents in the Brazilian football scene, catching the eye of scouts from some of the nation's largest clubs. In 2003, at the age of 19, Marco made his professional debut for Atlético Mineiro, playing in Brazilian Serie A. Despite being a young player, he demonstrated remarkable maturity on the field. Although his first few years were spent in a supporting role, Airosa's technical abilities were evident, and his potential became undeniable. Over time, his development continued at Atlético Mineiro, and he earned more regular playing time as he matured into a reliable midfielder. Career peak. Marco Airosa's career peak came in the mid-2000s when he became one of the standout midfielders in Brazil's top-flight football. His performances for Atlético Mineiro during the 2005 and 2006 seasons brought him recognition both within Brazil and internationally. As Atlético Mineiro's primary playmaker, Airosa's ability to dictate the tempo of matches, distribute passes accurately, and contribute defensively was essential to the team's success. His skill set was a rare combination of flair, vision, and work ethic that made him an all-around midfielder. During this period, Airosa became one of the most highly sought-after midfielders in Brazil. His playmaking abilities were integral to Atlético Mineiro's attacking play, and he earned a reputation as one of the most consistent performers in the league. Airosa's influence on the pitch was immense. His ability to link up play and make incisive passes made him a key figure in every match he played. He was also known for his leadership on the pitch, often taking responsibility in critical moments. His performances at Atlético Mineiro saw him attract attention from several top Brazilian clubs. Eventually, Marco Airosa moved to Flamengo, one of the most prestigious football clubs in Brazil, in 2007. At Flamengo, Airosa's career reached its zenith, as he became an undisputed starter and key contributor to the club's campaigns in Campeonato Brasileiro and Copa do Brasil. Airosa's technical brilliance was on full display during his time at Flamengo, where he played a crucial role in securing several important victories. His ability to both break down opposition defenses and provide key assists made him a pivotal figure in Flamengo's attacking play. Throughout this period, he helped Flamengo contend for top positions in the league and provided some memorable moments with his decisive performances. Main achievements. Marco Airosa's career is defined by several key achievements, particularly in the Brazilian domestic football scene. One of his greatest achievements came during his time at Flamengo, where he helped the club claim a Copa do Brasil title in 2007, securing a place in the history books for his contributions. His remarkable technical ability and vision in midfield earned him a Campeonato Carioca title as well, which further solidified his reputation as one of the finest midfielders of his generation. Airosa's most notable achievements occurred during the 2007 to 2010 seasons, where he played an instrumental role in Flamengo's domestic success. His performances also earned him individual recognition, with several appearances in Campeonato Brasileiro Team of the Year selections and high praise for his ability to create chances and dictate the flow of games. Additionally, Marco Airosa had a successful stint in the Copa Sudamericana, helping Flamengo advance to the final stages of the prestigious South American competition. His performances on the continental stage solidified his reputation as a top-tier midfielder in South America. Though he never won a Copa Libertadores title with Flamengo, Airosa was pivotal in the club's consistent competitiveness during his tenure. In 2010, Airosa earned a call-up to represent Brazil's national team, making several appearances during international friendly matches. His call-up was a recognition of his exceptional abilities, and it placed him among the elite of Brazilian football at the time. His talent was widely recognized, and he began to be considered one of the top midfielders in Brazilian football, even if he didn't break into the starting lineup for major international tournaments. Last years. As with many football players, Airosa's final years in the game were marked by the effects of age and the physical demands of professional football. After a successful period with Flamengo, Airosa's time at the club began to wind down as new talent emerged in the Brazilian league. In 2012, Marco Airosa made the decision to leave Flamengo and move to Atlético Paranaense, seeking a fresh challenge in the Brazilian top division. At Atlético Paranaense, Airosa's role shifted to a more experienced, mentor-like figure. While his minutes on the pitch were reduced compared to his prime, he remained an influential presence in the squad, providing leadership and tactical insight to younger players. His final seasons were also spent at Vasco da Gama, where he continued to display flashes of brilliance, despite being in the twilight of his career. In 2015, Marco Airosa officially retired from professional football at the age of 31. Though he didn't win as many titles in the later years of his career, Airosa left behind a legacy of consistent, intelligent football. His retirement marked the end of a significant era for Brazilian football, as he had played a crucial role in the careers of many players and teams during his peak years. Conclusion: Marco Airosa's career may not have been defined by international glory or Champions League victories, but his contributions to Brazilian football are significant and unforgettable. As a dynamic and technically gifted midfielder, Airosa's talent was key to the success of clubs like Atlético Mineiro and Flamengo, where he played his best football. His leadership, vision, and ability to control the tempo of matches made him one of the most respected midfielders in Brazil during his time. Though his last years saw him transitioning to a more veteran role, Airosa's influence remained strong in Brazilian football. His retirement in 2015 brought an end to a distinguished career that spanned over a decade in top-tier football. Today, Marco Airosa is remembered as one of the finest midfielders to grace the Brazilian domestic league, with his career serving as an inspiration to young Brazilian players who aspire to follow in his footsteps.